Oh yeah, y'all know what time it is. It's time for some more grocery store gripes. I haven't done one of these in a long time, so I don't know what number it is, and I don't know if I have done this before or not, but over the Easter weekend, since there was no NASCAR race, thank you, Brian France, I decided to do a little bit of grocery store work to appease my boredom over the course of Easter weekend. And the grocery store gripes customers were out in full fucking force, if I do say so myself. Now, there was a lot of things that I could complain about. There was some people who would come in like 5 times in the same day because I kept forgetting stupid shit. Like there was this one person who came in and bought about $200 worth of shit, then came back, then didn't even make it to her car before she realized she forgot like cream cheese or something. She came back 2 hours later looking for some spice, and then I think after that she came back for a frozen pizza. She was like, screw it, we're just having frozen pizza for supper. Screw everything, you know? I could complain about that, which I just did, but I think I'm going to instead complain about one of the most infuriating things about the grocery stores since I started working there a long ass time ago. The parking lots are fucking dangerous, okay? Parking lots are probably the most dangerous place that you could ever be in a grocery store, besides like the cash register during the after school rush, okay? Because here's the thing, okay? First of all, don't bring your kids to the grocery store. It benefits you in no way, shape, or form to bring your kids to the grocery store. It only makes you pay for more things, and you have to keep track of them. Don't bring your kids to the grocery store. Plus, they annoy everyone else, all right? So, when I'm carrying out for a person, don't worry, guys. I got like the next hour to do this because I'm driving back to college right now. So I got an hour to discuss this shit with you. Anyway, so when I'm carrying out for someone, I'm following them, and they're 2 kids. They're no older than 7, both of them. One of them's 7, and one of them can't be older than 4. Okay. They go out the door first, and she's just, well, she's heavier set, so she's kind of just waddling at this point, showing me to her car, and they take off. Right when they get out the door, they take off and they just sprint right across the parking lot. Don't even look both ways. I don't even know if they were looking forwards. One of them sure as hell wasn't. The guy in front looking back at the younger kid like, hey, let's race. He's just sprinting, looking back, not even paying attention. And you know what the best part is? The lady I'm carrying out for, she's like, stop. No, stop, don't. Hey, stop. Like, bitch, they're your fucking children. No one in this town pays attention to where they're driving, especially in a parking lot. Like, bitch, pay attention to your children. Like, seriously, parking lots are fucking dangerous. And they're just sprinting, like they don't even give a fucking shit. And this lady, she doesn't even run after them. She's like, oh, kids, you know how they are. And I'm like, bitch, they're your kids. I mean, I don't care about them, but I think you would, right? Are you just trying to collect insurance or something? Is this some sort of freaking insurance fraud scheme that you're working up here in the parking lot of the grocery store? I mean, come on. That's the only excuse that I can think of, other than just being a lazy-ass American piece of garbage. A prime example of why you shouldn't reproduce, lady. My goodness. And that's not even the worst part about parking lots. You know, when you get out there, like, no one pays attention. So I'm just trying to walk across the goddamn thing. Someone comes flying in through the entrance of the parking lot, and then there's 2 different entrances to the parking lot, and there really isn't a consensus on which is entrance and which is exit. People use both for both, and I'm amazed that no one's actually impacted each other when they're trying to get into this place, because usually the sidewalk, like there's a long line on the sidewalk where people can park, that's usually full as well as the parking lot. So I'm amazed that no one, because everyone flies out. I mean, they don't even hesitate when they go out. And don't even get me started on going in. Like, it's completely blind when you pull into that. Like, you can barely see shit. And yet these people just fly in at 50 miles an hour, thinking everything's gonna be okay. And it's like, for fuck's sake, someone's gonna fucking die in a head-on collision in the parking lot of a grocery store because people aren't fucking patient enough to go 2 miles an hour of parking in. It's like, for fuck's sake. And you'd think that that is as bad as it gets. Children dying and people getting into head-on collisions. You'd think it couldn't get worse. Well, tell that to the ozone layer, because we live in North Dakota, where it's cold as fucking shit in the winter. And whenever I'm carrying out in the wintertime, and I gotta go outside, because what happens is that people in the wintertime will tell you, okay, this is where my car is, you can go, it's unlocked. And I'll go out, and everyone leaves their car on, because it's negative 30 degrees, everyone just leaves their car on. And usually the parking lot's packed, so when you go out, it's just like a wall of carbon monoxide just blocking everything, because, you know, it's visible when it's cold out. And it's clean. It's just freaking disgusting, honestly. Like, it's almost an incentive for me to purchase a hybrid car after looking at this shit. Like, my God. The smog that must linger over that parking lot. That's like, geez, there's just so much, and it doesn't help that the building itself is putting out smoke and stuff. Like, you got more than five cars just scattered around a parking lot. They're all turned on, and most of them are pickups, because this is North Dakota, because everyone got to drive a pickup in North Dakota. So you got these F-350s just blowing out their diesel fuel at a liter a minute here. I use liters because I've been playing a lot of Euro Truck Simulator. And it's just disgusting, man. Like, you go out there, you have to hold your breath, or else you think you're just gonna fucking die of asphyxiation just going out there and walking through the parking lot. It's fucking disgusting. Parking lots are ass. Parking lots are fucking ass. They are the worst things to ever happen to anything, and I hate them. And you know what the worst part is? The parking lot of the store is reasonably small, so that a lot of the time people are gonna have to park elsewhere. And I've had to travel across country to fucking get to people's cars. I've had to traverse mountains, I've had to go through swamps, I've had to climb like monkey bars, and I've had to, you know, swing across vines Tarzan style in the jungle. I've had to brave, like, the ice road, you know, ice road truckers. You remember that show? Well, I've had to do that, pushing a goddamn cart full of groceries just to get to these people's cars across the goddamn United States. Travel from California to Maine, and we're only halfway there to their fucking car. It's just ridiculous. All in all, I mean, I think the parking lot needs to change. I mean, the thing is, we tore down 2 buildings over the course of the time that I've worked at that store. We've tore down 2 buildings, and the fact that parking has only increased by a minuscule amount is kind of goddamn ridiculous. I mean, I feel like either the store needs to expand or the parking lot needs to expand, and neither has happened since I started working there. And the best part is that the other grocery store in the town went under, pretty much, and the owners had to get like back surgery or something, and the place was closed for like 3 months, and it only just now reopened, and there's pretty much no change in customers. Plus there's a department store that opened in town that also has a hometown pantry. No one goes there, even though the prices are better, but, you know, no one goes there. So we're just busy all the fucking time. And the best part is the store's under new management starting in May, which means it's gonna be a terrible grocery store for a good 2 months. So that's good. I might not have a job anymore. Hooray for American capitalism. But anyway, I think you get the idea. Parking lots are terrible. Don't bring your kids to the grocery store. How many times do I have to stress this? Don't bring your kids to the grocery store. Anyway, yeah, so I hope you could hear that over the sound of the engine cranking it at like 6,500 RPMs here. So I hope you enjoyed. This is Grocery Store Gripes. I'm gonna turn this over so I can use the music player. And yeah, so I'm sideways now. Thank you all so much for watching. Bye!